Okay, so today we're going to get started on our alter egos, alter ego project. This is our final copy paper. The first half we're going to do is the realistic self-portrait, and we're only doing half today. So keep that in mind when you're working. Even though we've been practicing doing a full portrait, today we're only going to be working with half, okay? And then the alter ego part will come later, so disregard that for now. We're going to get started on a good sheet of paper, okay? And you can use a tracer to get started, although this isn't the shape of your face necessarily. It's very helpful to start off with this shape so that you have a starting point, because I find that the oval is the hardest thing. Notice that I wrote top at it, so this is going to be the top of your head. So you're going to kind of place this towards the top of your paper and lightly, and and then make sure that this part of your tracer is towards the center of the paper. We want to leave room for our ear, and then we want to leave room for our alter ego. So I'm going to put this about in the center, and I'm going to lightly, very lightly trace this. Don't press hard, because eventually this will all be erased, okay? Then from there, what I need to do is look in the mirror and fix my face shape, okay? So my face shape is not this nice rounded oval. My face shape is more, and I'm looking in the mirror right now. You can't see the mirror, but I have it right here, okay? I'm looking in the mirror and I'm seeing more of an angle here, all right, and then more of a pronounced chin. So my face shape is different. Now each of you has a different face shape. Please look in the mirror and fix the jawline of your tracer accordingly, okay? Once I fixed my jawline, then I'm going to go back in, find the middle point, draw a line across. Find the middle between my eye line and my chin, draw a line across. Find the middle between my nose line and my chin line. It's going to be where my mouth is, draw a line across. Make sure that you are drawing lightly, because these lines will eventually be erased. Now again, if you remember, we're drawing 5 eyes across, and it's hard because we're only working with half. So I think I'm going to get started by drawing this one in the middle, this imaginary oval. From there, then I can start to add in this oval, and then an oval on the end, or at least part of an oval. Now when I look in the mirror, my hairline starts right here. So the distance from the edge of the eye to the side of my face is not quite a full eye length, so it might be different for you. So look in the mirror and see if you need to maybe thin down the face a little bit, which I need to do. Okay, so there we go. Now your eyes are not oval shaped, so do not make your eyes this shape. Don't leave them that shape. Look in the mirror and start to pick out, or start to define what shape your eye actually is. Press lightly, okay? Make it kind of light and sketchy so that if you do make a mistake, you can erase it, okay? Look at the distance from the lid to the bottom of the top lid to the bottom lid, okay? And then once you have your eye in there, you can get rid of this oval. Your eye shouldn't be as wide as the oval, but it should be as long, okay? Then from here, I'm going to start to add in the details of the eye. Now remember what I said, it should be almost like a perfect circle for your iris, okay? Notice the negative space that's created between the iris and the corner of your eye. So this white space in here. Okay, so you can start to define some of the details of the eye. You can put in a little fleshy part in the corner where your tears come from. Okay. No eyelashes yet. Let's save eyelashes till later. And then in the middle here is my pupil. Now the smaller the pupil, the more light it looks like is getting let into your eye. So you want to make the pupil a little bigger. Okay, it should go perfectly in the center of your iris. Don't color anything in quite yet. Just get the basics in there first. So that's good for now. I'm not going to shade in the eye. Now if I look in the mirror, my nostril of my nose lines up perfectly to the corner of my eye. So I'm going to start off by adding my nostril in, and that's just kind of a wide C. Okay? Then I'm going to draw in my nostril using this swooping line. Okay? So really the nose is just going to be two lines. It's going to be the outside of the nostril, like a wide C, and then this line right here, which will eventually be our nostril. But let's not shade anything in yet. Okay? Then if I look to where the corner of my mouth, so I'm going to look in the mirror and I'm going to line up my pencil to the corner of my mouth. It lines up to this part of my eye. Okay? So in our practice one, I had told you that you should line the center of your mouth, or the end of your mouth, up to the center of your eye. But when I look in the mirror, mine lines up here. So I'm going to go right down, and this is how wide my mouth is. Okay? So I'm going to start off with the philtrum. Okay? Again, look in the mirror to see if this distance is correct. Once I have the philtrum in, then I can add in the center line that goes out to the edge. My mouth kind of curves up a little bit at the corner. And then I have a bottom lip and my top lip. Okay? And that's all I really need to add in right now. So before you go any further, just make sure that you have the right distance between your nose and your eye. It should be about halfway. Your mouth comes pretty much down to this line right here, okay, which is your mouth line. This is your nose line. This is your eye line, okay? Don't worry about the hair quite yet. We're going to make sure our features are correct before we get started with adding hair. And then once you've got your features drawn in and they look correct, now you can go back in and start adding even more details. So for instance, you can start adding your eyelid. You can start coloring the center pupil in dark. Add your highlight of your eye. Add in the shading of the iris. Okay? This shading right here is probably good for like a green eye or a blue eye. A brown eye is going to be much darker. Okay, so this is what we should work on today, getting those details in. I would rather you held off on actually doing any shading. So the shading that we talked about last class, like on the side of the nose, on the side of the face, the shading of the lips, let's hold off on doing that until next time. And we just want to make sure that our features are drawn correctly before we add shading so that they're easier to erase. That's kind of the most important thing, is, you know, not shading too hard and then having a big erase mess that we have to start over. If you do get your features done today, you can start to add in your hair outline. Don't add in the shading of the hair, but I can start to add in my outline. And again, check the mirror and make sure that you're adding in the hair where it needs to be. Okay? My hair kind of goes up like this. Okay? So that's where my hair outline is. And that should be enough for today. So get this part done.